The winner of $1,200 in free marketing and a free iPad Air to show off your amazing digital marketing is none other than
From Reminder Media, this is Stay Paid, a sales and marketing podcast on a mission to help you close more deals and retain more business. Hosted by the VP of Marketing, Josh Stake, and Reminder Media's president, Luke Acree. So get ready to hear the golden nuggets that will allow you to live a life of freedom tomorrow, but only if you take action today.
All right, welcome to this episode, very special episode of Stay Paid Podcast. Why special, Luke?
Because it's another silver dollar episode. Nope, just kidding. It's because we're about to announce the winner of our Stay Paid contest.
Got to make sure to start the timer because we're trying to keep
$1,200 of free marketing, a free iPad Air. Who is the winner, Josh?
Oh, we're going to go right into it? We're going to go right into it?
Should we save it?
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah, no, we're going.
The winner of $1,200 in free marketing and a free iPad Air to show off your amazing digital marketing is none other than Anna Hackfeld. Congratulations, Anna Hackfeld.
Anna or Hannah?
I was told Anna.
Anna. Yeah, that's my sister's name. That's not my sister, though, just in case anybody was wondering.
Yeah, no family members were allowed to win.
Family.
Yeah. We did have a lot of employees join.
What industry did she end up being in?
Real estate.
Real estate, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This digital marketing bundle includes social media shares premium, which are branded posts that you can share on social media and email to your clients. It includes local content, which are local event calendars branded to you that you
Talk
can
about
email to your
engagement.
clients.
Your engagement will go through the roof.
Which, by the way,
even though there's no local events happening right now.
Stuff's happening.
Oh, stuff's happening.
Driving into work this morning. Now we're in Pennsylvania, so you see businesses are starting to open back up again safely. We've got some events happening again. We've been talking with our partners and our curators because we have curators in 100 different markets. And so we're looking at events starting to open back up again in limited mode. So that's going to be an awesome tool to use once that happens again. We had a lot of success with that earlier in the year. And then our digital edition, which is a digital branded publication. It's a version of our magazine that you can send to your clients.
It's the best thing to send an email, because it's so engaging.
Yeah,
it's beautiful too.
And the cool thing about that is we have all these different articles within the magazine that that you can share individually on social media as well. So a lot of different options there. Plus a free iPad. Who doesn't like a free iPad? Yeah. So congratulations, Anna.
It just to get a free iPad.
Yeah.
This is Anna.
Hey, Anna, it's Luke Acree.
Hey! Oh my gosh.
Hey, Anna. How's it going?
It's so good.
Congratulations, by the way, and thank you so much for being a listener.
Yeah, well, thank you. You know, it's funny that at the timing of all this last week, I was going to email y'all saying thanks for all the amazing content y'all provide because, long story short, I switched over to my father-in-law's brokerage as a realtor, and it's been different going from a big brokerage to smaller just because just some stuff that you don't get as well. So I've been listening to y'all a bunch, and it's been really motivating and encouraging. So thank y'all.
That's amazing. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for saying that. No, we're so happy to hear. Yeah, they were telling me a little bit even about they had looked you up and stuff like that, and about your situation. I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is going to be fantastic. No, yeah, we'd love to. So what we would want to do, obviously, we're going to send you the iPad Air, and so we would also want to set up a time to have someone walk you through all the free stuff, and then I can set up a time to talk to you specifically about your business and what you're doing and give you kind of some personalized coaching on your business. And then we can make sure, because obviously we want to give you the free marketing stuff, but we want it to generate leads and deals for you, because that's the ultimate goal.
Yes.
So
awesome. Thank y'all. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you for being a listener. Thank you for spreading the word. I'm so happy that you were able to win it. And, hopefully next we're talking to you about how it's changed your whole business. And we'll have you as a guest on Stay Paid. Yeah.
Story. Yes. That'd be awesome.
So we're going to talk today a little bit about, we're going to make this relevant, how to run contests in your business, what kind of contests you can be running in kind of this community-based, service-based sales professional role.
Giveaways to grow your following, giveaways to spark engagement. You know who's a master at this is, or was, I don't know anymore. I don't really follow him as much anymore, but Ty Lopez. Ty Lopez used to give away like
$100 to this type of comment, an iPad or an iPod if you guessed this type of thing when he was presenting, and it got a lot of engagement in the beginning. But he was one of the first people to start doing that on social, at least that I had seen.
Yeah.
And it sparked a ton of engagement.
It's a great way to spark engagement. It's a great way to make people feel good about you, right? We're always talking about the reciprocity effect.
Who doesn't want free stuff?
Doesn't want free. We're always talking about like this idea of if in your marketing you can inject like you can trigger the dopamine effect with your clients. Like it's going to trigger positive feelings about your brand, positive feelings about you. We hope we triggered some positive feelings with the people who joined in the contest.
Not for all the losers. They hate us now.
I don't know about that. But hey, we just wanted to kind of give some tips on the mindset and then also some of the tangible stuff that you can do when running a contest, but then also share what some of our clients have been doing in their contests with some of our products. So the first one is to make sure that you know your goals. Target your goals very specifically. You don't want to run a contest that doesn't end up getting the outcome or achieving the outcome that you want.
Don't give away $1,200 of free marketing in an iPad if it doesn't generate you anything, which is actually super common. It's super common. I think it's like not knowing your goals and then giving away things that, like you said, the second point, that don't even apply to what you're trying to achieve, which is, I think, a lot of times what people do. I think with contests, for me, mainly the goal is to spark engagement and get people wanting or interested to engage with you so they see your content, and then ultimately you can use that as an outreach tool. Yeah. Like that's the main, I don't know a ton of contests that are driving sales, although our sales manager talked about in his days as a car salesman, they used to run these free iPads, free iPod Airs, or whatever they were at the time. And he said the salespeople used to hate them, but he loved it because it was someone coming in the store and he would just have a conversation and then turn that into, hey, are you looking for a car? Yeah. Because obviously if they had seen the contest with the car dealer, guess what? They probably were thinking about cars.
They were probably in a car mentality.
Yeah, so he talks about that all the time.
I'm using an iPad for my notes. But
did you win that beeping.
iPad? No, I didn't win this iPad. I got to figure out how to put this on quiet mode. Oh, here we go. No, but it's very relevant from the look. Running a contest isn't going to just necessarily bring you tons of clients. That's not always going to be your goal. Your goal might be to collect email addresses so that you have someone that you can reach out to or drip with your email marketing. It might be just to get social media engagement. You might be looking for a boost or a spark
brand
in your
awareness.
Social media engagement. Real people. It's very hard to get real people on social media to engage with you. So this is a way to do that. Make sure that you've set reasonable expectations for your goals, and then you're following up with those people that do engage with the simple question of, so glad that you entered the contest, happy to have your entry, hope you win. Is there anything that I can help you with, right? Just extend that. What can I do for you?
I think you're touching on a cool part for contest is adding like a social impact component.
Yeah.
Be neat. Now, we didn't do that on ours, which shame on us, but like if you're like a service-based sales professional, you're running a local contest, imagine having like a flip side of it, like for every entry we donate here or something like that. Adding a social component is huge to that.
We do that with our charity issues.
Yes.
So we have one of those every year. So we'd have a component there. The second one is to know your audience, right? So make sure that you're tailoring your contest to find the audience that you want. That's why giving away an iPad might not make sense for your business. If your business has nothing to do with a digital device, like we did it because it pairs along with the free digital marketing.
Yeah,
right?
Correct.
So I was telling Luke before the episode, like we didn't give away an Apple Watch, even though that would be cool because you can't really use an Apple Watch with our marketing, but you can use an iPad with our marketing. So that was an extra sort of incentive. But make sure that you know your audience. Make sure that you're then targeting your audience. If you're a local professional, you want to run a very geo-specific audience. Like if you're advertising this on Facebook or you're promoting it through digital marketing, you don't want to blast to the entire United States like we did. You want to make sure that you're targeting towards your local market.
I saw a cool contest from, I guess it was a client at the time. I believe they're still a client. But what they would do, and it was a real estate agent, they would run a competition on their Facebook page where he would take a picture of somewhere in the county, somewhere where he was, and he would have people guess on that picture where was it. And then sometimes it was a picture of a fence in a field, but I guess if you lived there and if you were local, you knew. Because I
knew that covered bridge.
Yeah, I grew up in Fluvanna County, Virginia, and I probably would recognize a lot of the places within Fluvanna County, Virginia. And it makes it hyper-local, it's relevant to your audience, and then think about it as a real estate agent, if you're snapping a picture of like, what restaurant is this booth in or something, it makes you kind of the local expert in a way. So it ties
and
in
everything
all that stuff.
in a small town has a name. That corner's John's Corner.
Yeah, correct.
That
There you
bridge
go.
is the old bridge. You know, not the newer, older. It's the old bridge.
It's
That
not the
one
newer,
specific.
older bridge.
Next one is keep it simple, right? So we had a contest, and we had a lot of ways to enter our contest, which wasn't the point. Like the point is to make sure that it's simple and accessible for whichever way somebody wants to enter. So the main one was, if you fill out a form on our website, this is important also, you have to have a way that someone can enter a contest for free, or basically without doing anything.
Now, is that because of social media rules? Or
so
just
social
rules in
media rules,
general?
you do have to understand the rules of social media. Facebook specifically has a lot of rules around contests and things like that, but there's actually sweepstake rules. I don't know if it's regulated, which government body regulates it. I know there is one, but there is a difference between sweepstakes and giveaways and contests.
Gotcha. So you have to
but you
be able
have
to
to
enter
have
for
a
free.
way. That's why if you see like any contest on TV, you like enter for free here. Like there's a free way that you can
Gotcha.
enter as
Okay,
well.
that makes a lot of
So make sure
sense.
that you're doing that. So we had a form that you could go and fill out, and then we asked people, hey, to get additional entries, subscribe to our podcast, fill out the form letting us know that you subscribed. Like you can go to our Facebook pages and our social media pages, like and comment on those posts as well, and those all counted as additional entries. But you have that one main simple way to get people to enter. Also, think about it from a funnel perspective. So when someone filled out that form, the next thing we took them to was a survey.
Right.
So fill out this survey for an additional way to enter. And we actually learned a lot about the podcast. We learned how people are listening to the podcast. We learned what topics you guys want to hear about. So we'll be able to cover that more. We learned a lot of different things about how you guys.
Yeah, it's another benefit to running contests. It gets people into the engagement mode, and you get info from them.
Yeah. And then the last one is to promote your contest. So think about everywhere where your ideal audience is, and then reach them there. That could be through running Facebook ads. It could be through boosting your Instagram or Instagram posts. It could be your email list. It could be your print marketing, like we've talked about. We've had a lot of clients actually use our print marketing to promote contests.
Yeah, no, well, it'd be interesting to walk through because a lot of you who are clients of ours listening to this podcast, you have the magazine.
Yeah.
And we have people who have used the magazine as a competition. So I don't know if you have some of those examples.
I do. I asked our team there in client success to send over some examples, and we got a couple. Leah Goldstein, so shout out to Leah Goldstein if you're listening, did a custom tear out card where she set up a website that people could enter their name into a drawing for a prize. It was a $100 gift card to Home Depot. Her clients loved it, and it's something that she's going to be doing again. But again, if you don't have a website or a form, there's actually different applications and different programs that you can use for that. We looked into using one. We didn't ultimately use it because we have web designers and developers. So it's like we just built it. But there's one called Gleam.io that you can actually use. It actually manages your contest, picks a winner for you, and everything. So it's a really cool program there. If you don't have that, if you don't have the ability to build a website, you can use that. You can also use Facebook lead forms. So lead forms are built right into Facebook ads. You can use those. They all pull into Facebook, drop those people into a spreadsheet, use a random number generator to pick a winner there. We had another great one. I love this one. Doug and Tara Simmons did a selfie contest. So on the tear out card in their magazine, they encourage their recipients to take a selfie with their tear out card, post and tag them on Instagram or Facebook to win a $50 gift card.
I love that, man.
So that was a cool idea. You mentioned the one about the about posting a picture in the magazine and then calling attention to that to see if someone could get where the area was and they would win a gift card. And then another client we spoke to at a conference recently, actually, they would put hidden messages inside their front inside cover for anyone who responded. Then they gave a $5 Starbucks gift card.
That's freaking awesome.
It's a $5 Starbucks
Yeah,
gift
that's
card.
awesome.
It's something that you would send
But
to
it
your
creates
clients
engagement.
anyway, you know?
We had another client, Connor, that he uses the magazine. He didn't use the magazine for the competition, but he sends us he sent me like a koozie, a beer koozie or a drink koozie. That's what it's called, right? A koozie? Yeah. He sent me that, and it was like basically post this koozie, you in this koozie, a selfie of this on your social, and then you ended up being able to enter and to win like one of those coolers, Yeti coolers, I think it was.
I love those because
but it was
it
cool
just
because it
brings
created
them.
engagement, and now I see people posting that,
Yeah.
and he reposted on his our content when people share it, he reshares it, so it's just a whole engagement thing with his audience for relatively cheap. I mean, how much are koozies? Like freaking 50 cents? I don't know.
We did one with that with pets, like post a photo of you and your pets when we do our pet edition.
Oh, and it gets that gets a ton of freaking
ton of people
engagement. Anything you can do to tap into people's social life will get a ton of engagement. Their pets, they're going to the beach with their beer.
It can be as simple as I've seen people do, like post the 4th camera in your camera roll on this post, and take those, enter them, and give them a $20 Starbucks gift card.
Competitions, a lot of people don't take advantage of, but you can get a ton of engagement for relatively low cost.
So if you're looking for something for your content marketing this week or this month, think about that right now. And Grubhub coupons or gift cards would be awesome right now. DoorDash, everybody's ordering food from DoorDash.
We're about to do a happy hour with our sales team this evening, and the prize for the trivia game is going to be Grubhub dollars or whatever that is. So
awesome. Well, hope that gave you some good tangible tips for today for running contests in your own business. Thank you to everybody who applied or submitted or
thank you so much for supporting the podcast.
We saw a huge spike in downloads also during this period. So during the period while we were running the contest, we had a 25% spike in our download listens.
We set up in the 20s for top podcasts in marketing. So we got to get to number 1, people.
Baby.
Let's go.
Woo! All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. Make sure to check out this video at staypaidpodcast.com. You can also get the show notes for everything that we mentioned here today. And look, if you're interested in supporting the show, which I know you are, there are 2 ways we ask you to do that. First, head on over to iTunes, give us a 5-star rating. We actually had some reviews during this process, which was another way to enter. So make sure you're doing that. It helps us spread the word and get more eyeballs on the podcast. And then the best way is to tell a friend. If you want to get hold of me or Luke, you can email us at podcast@remindermedia.com. You can also find us on Instagram. We are at Stay Paid Podcast. Luke is at Luke Acree on Instagram, so make sure you're checking that out. For this episode of Stay Paid, I'm Joshua Stike.
Guys, and I'm Luke Acree, and here's the action item for you. Run a simple competition on your social media. Something really simple, something like the idea that I gave of taking a picture of a place in your community and having people guess, and whoever guessed right, maybe you send them a $5 Starbucks card. Something that is super simple to do, costs you $5 and a little bit of your time, but can spark a ton of engagement. Remember, the difference between a top producer and a mediocre producer in every single industry we've worked in is top producers take action. Take action on that today.